This is the KhoodeelaarT television channel carrying the Baby Angel Geronimo Manifesto for Animals, broadcasting under the Baby Angel Geronimo editions. This is part B of the KhoodeelaarT television channel. This one is timed at 11:20 GMT on Tuesday, the 16th of January 2024. Now, the Guardian newspaper, together with the fortnightly magazine Private Lie, created the hype promoting Amelia Gentleman as being the investigative reporter doing the exclusive deep investigation into the hostile environment created by the British Home Office against the migrants from the Caribbean. And that is the basis on which they gave her the Paul Foot Award, Amelia Gentleman. And she has become a kind of Guardian name based on that fact. Now, today's Guardian carries a piece byline to Amelia Gentleman, who compares the Windrush scandal with the scandal of the post office treatment of the sub-postmasters or sub-postmistresses. Now, this is for those who have had access to our broadcasts and publications. This is not a unique comparison. We have been comparing the behavior of the UK Central Government Department DEFRA with the behavior of the post office ever since this story hit the British media, headlines, front pages, etc. But we have been doing even more than that. We have been analyzing the behavior of the judiciary, the behavior of MPs generally, the behavior of the executive fronted by the regime of the congenital liar Boris Johnson. And we have broadcast other similarities. What we have said is that British state, this is not something Amelia Gentleman has said, nor anyone else on the Guardian has said, nor anyone else on Fleet Street platforms has said. We have said, and we continue to say, we shall continue to say, that the British state is a dysfunctioning, unfit for purpose, corrupt state. We cannot make it any clearer. I don't think anyone else can make it any clearer. Even if they hadn't originally thought about this, just using the words, they could make it clearer. So we are surprised that Amelia Gentleman hasn't mentioned the case of scandals, but she hasn't mentioned the fact the DEFRA harassment of Baby Angel Geronimo. And our factual assertions we have been making to the effect that baby angel Geronimo has never been infected with anything, and most certainly not with bovine tuberculosis, which is what the liars at the DEFRA department have said. We notice that the word racist only occurs once in the Amelia Gentleman article today, which is Tuesday, 16th of January 2024. We say that the behavior of the British Home Office towards the people from the, or known collectively as the Windrush generation, has been, of course, racist, imperialist. But the Guardian prefers the word colonialist. Colonialist is not necessarily the same as racist imperialism. Racist imperialism is the reason why the Guardian is lagging behind, and the reason why the Guardian is not recognizing the baby angel Geronimo experience is complicit the criminality, the culture of criminality, the unfitness for purpose criminality, British state agencies. And the Guardian has not published any report really that is independent of the racist status quo in the media. So we shall say that this is the edition, that is the part, the portion, the installment of the Baby Angel Manifesto for Animals that is related to the Windrush generation, the Guardian, Amelia Gentleman, Paul Foot Award, Hillsborough. Hillsborough is not just another incident. Hillsborough is part of a long list of, it's not miscarriage, it's typical British judicial behavior, because none of the wrongdoers responsible, for the Hillsborough disaster, nor the propagandists for the accusers of the innocent victims of the Hillsborough, has been really brought to any trial, any judicial process. And justice is not available in the British system. So I haven't said has been brought to justice, because I don't believe on the evidence that there is any justice to be secured by using the British judicial system. MLA Gentleman, of course, favorably praises Lenny Henry. Now, as we have said, Lenny Henry is a nominated, appointed mental slave. He was actually installed, he was inaugurated, he was launched into the British mainstream mainly on the basis of his mocking, ridiculing, insulting African people. He only took a break from that insulting attacks on the African and Caribbean Black African people when he found a better range of benefits for him made available to him by his racist former Inland Organization Authority, LEA, responsible in to be photographed with the ILEA's leader at the time, France's immoral moral. Lenny Henry was only brought here by Francis because Lenny Henry was another material. Henry comic productions that there was discrimination against him and against other people that resembled him in terms of skin color. Amelia Gentleman's piece today is not new, it's not original, and it's not independently researched. She has stolen from other people's words and thoughts and comparisons, and she most certainly is not likely to recognize the original work that the Khoodeelaar campaign has been publishing under the banner of the Baby Angel Geronimo editions. We don't need her to recognize what we have been doing. We need the manifesto to become as widespread as it needs to be, it deserves to be, so that all the innocent animals, all the innocent targets of the likes of DEFRA are spared, the attacks are left alone, and are in fact respected and protected. And we shall be talking more about all of these in due course. Now, today's newspapers, of course, contained a lie and untruth about the late Queen Brenda. Queen Brenda says that she doesn't, according to the Daily Mail, the racist Daily Mail, which has got the picture of Meghan Markle and Harry, it gives an alleged quote saying, I don't own the palaces or the paintings, only my name. And now they have taken that. That is allegedly the late Queen Brenda saying that she owns her name Lilibet. Now, Lilibet is not her property, because if the name was her property, then every year when the people who publish the kind of data about the most commonly used, commonly given, commonly assigned baby names of a particular year, they would not be doing that because the names are limited. So the same names are circulated every single year, especially in the case of Muslim boys, it is Muhammad. But Muhammad is not the only name that is used, but that is the most popular name from Muslim male children, babies. In the case of the girls who are not Muslim, the name Elizabeth has been used every single year. And the name Elizabeth is all over the place. Every country in the world has got one or two instances of Elizabeth. Does that mean that all these parents who named their children Elizabeth stole the late Queen Brenda's name, Elizabeth? It most certainly doesn't. She never owned it. The late Queen Brenda did own the money that she mysteriously found, so that her rapist son Andrew could be given some respite by making to Virginia Jeffrey that he raped. So where did she get that amount of money, the millions of pounds that she gave to Andrew's victim? We shall be talking about all of these issues in due course, in detail, in later editions.